the Golden Globes recently passed. Did you watch them at all?
Nah, I see people tweet about it. And shit.
So Donald Glover won, I think, for best comedy series, I think.
What was this? I don't watch TV, so what series?
Atlanta. He has a show
Okay, I've
called
never
Atlanta.
seen the show.
Pretty
I don't
good
watch
show.
any TV.
Okay.
I don't see The Sopranos, nothing. The Wire, I never see no TV. Yeah.
So
I watch
he,
movies.
he has a series called Atlanta, which is pretty dope. It was very different. You know, it was about life in Atlanta. It was sort of like a hip hop kind of tinge to it. And he thanked the Migos. And he said that the Migos' Bad and Bougie was the greatest song ever. And later on, he said that the Migos are this generation's Beatles.
Well, I can't critique that because I don't know the Migos music that
You've
well.
never heard a single Migos song? You never heard a song Versace with Drake on it?
Nah, I never heard it.
Bad and Bougie, the
I
biggest
heard
song?
the Beatles. I'm not a big Beatles fan either, you know. The Beatles.
You've never heard a single Migos song?
Never heard the Migos. I heard the Beatles. They play it since I'm born, you know. But
So
I'm not a fan of the Beatles either. You're not allowed to say that. I
Yes,
know
you
they're
are.
musical greats, but I'm not a big fan of the Beatles. I like singing voices. I like, you know, like you were saying, Otis Redding and Sam Cooke and motherfuckers who blow. I think the Beatles were a little bit whiny.
I was never a huge Beatles fan, but I thought that John Lennon was brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I think they were all musical gods to people. I'm just the music. I don't relate to that. You know, I don't relate to their music. It's not for me. That's all.
So,
I know the whole world loves it. It's just not
so like
for me.
Imagine you didn't think was a dope song?
Nah, Imagine, man. You know, nah, man. That's not for me, man. I'm old school, like, you know, I like vocals. I like singing, you know, singing.
Okay.
I'll take Patti LaBelle over Paul McCartney's voice any day of the week.
Are you just totally detached from like new music,
No, I listen to new music all the time.
but just not popular new music?
No, I listen to, if it comes near me, I listen to it, you know, like, but I listen to new kids. My whole thing is I scout rappers, I listen to rappers, I bring rappers on tour with me. I got dudes that are monstrous. But a lot of people in my circle, they'll go, yo, you gotta listen. Like if Migos was for me, I'm not saying they're not, but if they was really, really for me, a lot of people might be like, yo, you gotta give these boys a chance. Go listen to that. And I go,
Okay, so
word, so I'll listen to them.
So you've never heard the song Bad and Bougie?
Maybe.
I'm going to play it for you.
You remind me of the song that the Young M.A., the one she's kind of same flow and fly style. Yeah.
That song.
Yeah, how did she rap on that one? Isn't that the same flow pattern type of thing? Like, I've been to get to the day. Yeah. It's not for me, you know. If the kids like it, it's all good, you know. But that one's not for me.
No, so you're not feeling Bad and Bougie.
Well, I didn't like that record, you know. I'm not saying nothing bad about it, but it wasn't for me, you know.
But they, I mean, like their rhyme pattern, like the way they kind of like double time it, which I guess technically was
Everybody's doing that same pattern.
Right. Because 3 6 Mafia kind of originated it.
Yeah.
But then they popularized it.
Who, Migos?
Migos popularized.
They're the ones that made that style? See, okay.
Yeah.
So now with some background and knowledge of that particular record,
Yes.
if those were the originators of popularizing that sound that everybody is biting off of,
Yeah.
so you got to see, that's why you need a little historical context to certain records. Because if, I don't always take your word for it though, because you're wrong a lot, but if you're right and they were the kind of originators that brought that style to the forefront, you know, you got to say, okay, that was influential. It brought, you know, because everybody I hear rapping raps like that.
Raps
now.
like that,
all the
yeah.
new kids are like, the same pattern. You know, so you know, if they're the originators, I give them that, you know.
I mean, what do you think of the term mumble rap?
I agree with that. That should exist. People where the lyrics aren't important. It's just like, oh, an interesting, simple melody that doesn't say shit, you know, and who cares what they're saying, you know.
Well, it's a vibe, right?
Yeah, it's a vibe thing. Yeah.
And you know what genre is notorious for this?
What?
Rock and roll.
For vibes?
For not knowing what the hell the person's talking about. Like a lot of the
I don't
really
know
big.
about, like Chuck Berry, they motherfuckers was
No,
saying real shit.
not Chuck Berry. I'm talking about like rocks, like more modern 80s, 90s rock. Like, you know, a lot of times you don't know what the hell the person's talking about.
Well, that's why we went to rap, because we wanted lyrics. You know, like I say it all the time. Like I'll take Coogee rap, will obliterate Bob Dylan, will obliterate John Lennon, will lyrically bar for bar and word for word and complexity of the lyrics. The rappers is where you come if you want lyrics.
Right.
That was always it. So people go, Bob Dylan's so deep and knowledgeable and great. And yes, he's a great lyricist, but he's not fucking with Coogee rap, you know?
Imagine a battle between Bob Dylan
Oh,
and Cool G
yo,
Rap.
Cool G Rap would eat Bob Dylan's ass. Not eat his ass, but eat his ass.
That'd be the
Like
silliest.
the cannabis lyric, eat ass like me. Nah, G Rap, Kane. Imagine Kane versus fucking who's the dead guy? The Doors. That guy, Jim Morrison. Kane would body Jim Morrison.
Well, they weren't really trying to squeeze too many words into a song.
Well, not just words, but lyrical, like painting pictures and scenery, and you could see what the fuck is going on. You know, like.
So you didn't see scenery in like The End by The Doors? This is the end, my
I don't know that song.
only friend.
I don't know that song. I don't
Yes,
hate
you
the-
do.
I don't
Come
hate-
on, you know that. You never seen Apocalypse Now?
Oh, they played it in that?
That was a theme song for
I know,
Apocalypse
when
Now.
you're strange, people don't have you in the name.
That was an okay
When
one.
you're strange. I like, that's my favorite Doors song.
Oh, is it?
When you're strange. Because when I was a kid, I was like, I'm strange. You know? The Doors actually shouted out my my Still Get Through the Day. I shot the video and they were tweeting about it like, yo, this is such a beautiful message and beautiful video. The guy, I forgot which member, but he was one of the main Doors. Yeah.
Well, mumble rapping.
Mumble rap.
I mean, in
Take
rock,
the cock out of your mouth and speak clearly, young man. Fuck this mumble blah, blah, blah. Speak clearly. Let me hear what the fuck you're saying. But when I was a kid, I had a lisp. So when I was, in elementary school and junior high school and high school, they said, put your tongue behind your teeth. I go, I can't do it. And even today, like my girl make fun of me back in the day. She'd be like, whisper secret society. And I'm like, secret society. She's like, oh, why can't you talk, motherfucker? So, it took me years to become clear because I had a lisp.
Okay.
So finally, I did it because I had to, But,
I mean, Eric Sermon had a lisp.
yeah, but he was still clear. He was still clear.
Well,
Now-
mumble rap, I think really, when you talk about mumble rap and becoming popular, I think Future was the first one to basically come out and start having hit records after hit records after hit records. And you couldn't really understand what he was saying, but you kind of dug the vibe and you sort of dug the tone and everything else like that. Are you a Future fan at all?
I did a show with him. We did a show with him at South by Southwest, and that was where I heard him rapping. And it wasn't my thing so much. I seen him on stage rapping. I'm like, I can't wait to get out there. See, also, hip hop is a competitive sport. So when you see somebody like Future on stage, he got his hits and he's rapping, you're like, let me grab the mic so I could obliterate the fucking microphone and show these motherfuckers how rapping is rapped. Let me show a motherfucker how to rap. So that's not a diss to nobody, because I'll do that whether it's a boom bap artist, whoever. Like, it's a competitive sport. You're like, I want to out rap these motherfuckers.
Right.
But when I see somebody like Future, I'm like, that's easy. Let's go. Give me the mic.
Yeah, but Future is really known more for his choruses and for his singing
Yeah, I know.
and stuff
That's
like that.
that's why I'm not afraid of him. I like rappers that scare me. Like, I'm like, oh shit. Like when Black Thought spits on a verse, he did something on Static Select album last year, and he did one.
I've never been a Black Thought fan.
Let me tell you something.
People, I think me and Mark Lamont Hill had an argument about this, where he puts Black Thought into like his top, 5 or 10 or whatever, and I'm like, I've always looked at Black Thought as a great placeholder for the Roots band.
Well, you know what? I made that mistake in the '90s, and I said, I thought Black Thought was overrated too. I said he's dope, but what happens is it's kind of like what you were saying, like when people make records, so they're not trying to decapitate the track and blah 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 blah. So a lot of the stuff I heard from the Roots was dope music, and Black Thought was rapping dope on it. So it wasn't like wow, it was like yo, he's dope, it's a dope song. So I never thought he was a top tier dude. But then somebody said, yo, you're sleeping, R.A. So then I listened into his catalog. And I said, no, he ain't just a dope rhyme over a Roots beat. This dude, when he wants to decapitate you, he's one of the scariest motherfuckers on earth. When Black Thought wants to decapitate you, he'll decapitate you. So me and him been talking. I'm like, I'm looking for the right beat because I like the competition level. So I want to go bar for bar with this dude. And I want to go for his head. I want to try to decapitate Black Thought. And he's gonna want to try to decapitate me. I just need that right beat, and we could do it, man. And that's the spirit that we come from. Like, yo, I love you, Black Thought. You're my brother. R.A., I love you. We're fans of each other. But when we get in that booth, I want people to leave that record and be like, yo, R.A. body Black Thought. Or, man, Black Thought got R.A. That's what we want to do. We want that level. We don't want, if I mumble on record today, I might sound okay to the, you know, we don't want that shit. We want shit that scares us. Motherfuckers who will hurt us on the trip. We want to rap with motherfuckers that make us think like, yo, if you even sleep for a second, you're going to look foolish.